Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to show you step by step how to create a fun and easy 3D art illusion on lined paper. And I'm going to be drawing Greg Heffley from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books using just basic back to school supplies. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon as well so that you get alerted every time I upload a new video. So if you want to try this yourself at home, all you're going to need is a hole punch, a blue and red coloured pencil or pen, an HB pencil and eraser, a ruler and a regular piece of plain printer paper. So let's get started with step 1, and step 1 is to draw a light outline sketch of Greg on your plain paper. Now I am going to speed this up a little bit, but if you want to slow the video down you can do in YouTube settings, and you can also pause it if you want to draw along with me. But Greg I chose because he was quite a simple character to draw, and I just started off by doing a circle for his head and a jelly bean shape for his backpack. I then did another jelly bean shape for his mouth and a circle for the ear, which was in between his head and his backpack. Then I did a semicircle shape for his nose and 2 round dots for his eyes. His arms were just rectangles with smaller rectangles coming off of them for his fingers. And his arm there is just a squished rectangle. And another similar shape for his t-shirt, and some more rectangles for his shorts. For his legs I just did 2 smaller rectangles, trying to make sure that they're both the same width and also the same length, and I just measured this roughly using my finger. When I'd done that, then it was time to do his feet, and they are sort of rounded triangle shapes. Then I just finished off his backpack and just added that little bit on the side there for his water bottle. And then the sketch was done. So then on to step 2, and step 2 is to draw the lined paper behind Greg. Now I measured these sections out using my ruler, but you don't have to measure it if you don't want to. But I have trouble drawing straight lines without doing this bit, so I just marked out centimetre markings with my blue pencil on either side, and then it was time to join them up. So starting off at the top, I just joined those lines up going straight across the paper, and I continued this process until I got down to the start of Greg's head. Now the reason I used a pencil was because a pen did splodge, but if you've got a nice pen you can use a pen instead. So when we get to the head area, it's important when you're drawing a line across to not go through Greg's head or body. So I'm just going to show you a close-up of what I mean. So you start off drawing your line, and then you stop when you get to any part of Greg. So you don't want your line to go through Greg's arm and head there. And you continue this method all the way down his body. So drawing the line up to your sketch, but not going over any part of his body. And if you are using a pencil crayon for this, it's important that it's fairly sharp, just so that you can get sort of nice thin lines that resemble a piece of lined paper. And then once you've gone past Greg, you can continue your lines right across the paper as you did at the top. So step 3 is to then draw in that margin I mentioned earlier, and for this I'm going to use my ruler and a red pencil. This is why it was important not to draw Greg too far to the left hand side of your paper. So it's starting to look a bit like a piece of lined paper now. And the next step, step 4, is to draw the curved lines over Greg to give the illusion that he's 3D, not 2D. So for this bit, it's important to try and do even curved lines from one side to the other. And kind of join them up to the lines that you've drawn across the page. You might find it easier to turn your paper and do it so that the lines are vertical, but I always find it easier to do them horizontally, but it's up to you. So drawing those curved lines helps Greg to look like he's coming out of the paper, and we do those curves over any part that it has not got a line through it. So you can see on the arm and also on the fingers, and now I'm going over the ear. So for each part of his body you do a curved line over that area rather than a straight line through it. And you continue on down the page. And now he's starting to look like he's actually coming out of the paper. The next step is to start shading him with your pencil. And this helps to improve that 3D effect and help make him come to life and pop out of the paper. So the method I used for this is just my way of doing things. There are probably other ways, and you can choose the way that you find most effective or that you think works the best. But what I generally do is I start shading on one side of the shape. So for his head, for example, I started shading on the left hand side, and this is over the object. And then on the other side of his head, as you'll see in a bit, I'm going to shade under his head. So it kind of helps to give that 3D effect, and you'll see what I mean as we go through. So on the left hand side I've shaded over his head like this, and I'm trying to do a really smooth effect with my pencil, and making sure that towards the edges the pencil lines are darker and gradually blend to lighter shades as you go towards the centre of his head or the object that you're shading. And you can use a blending stamp or a tissue to smooth those pencil lines out if you want to, but I just try to do them quite evenly without using anything else. So I just darkened in his eyes, and as you can see, this is what I was trying to explain earlier. On this side of his head, on the right hand side of his head, I'm actually doing the dark lines and then shading on the paper itself. So rather than shading on his head on this side, I'm shading on the paper or underneath his head. So there are things to consider, like where the light would fall if you're trying to make him look 3D, but I'm just trying to simplify the whole process so it doesn't get too complicated. So when I was doing his legs, I shaded dark under one side of his leg and then light over the top of the other side of his leg. And the same for his fingers. So I've done dark under one side of his fingers, and then I'll go over and do a lighter shading over the top on the other side of his fingers. So I've done dark shading under one side of his arms, and I'm just putting in a little bit of shading on the top of his arms over the top. Now I'm just filling in his mouth, and he's starting to look pretty 3D. But have a play around with this technique, see what works for you. It was a new technique for me as well, so it's something new to try, and you can try out different characters and different shapes as well. And then at the end I thought I'd go in and put a little bit more detail on his backpack and just finish off some extra shading just to make that come to life as well. So just adding in a little bit more shading over the top part of his legs and feet, and making sure that my pencil was dark enough to add contrast and make him really look like he's popping out of the paper. And the last step is to hole punch our paper to make it look like a lined piece of paper. And if you don't have a hole punch, it doesn't matter, you can draw your holes on just with a regular pencil. So I hope you've enjoyed this fun art trick and something you might try at home. If you have enjoyed it, then please don't forget to give this video a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Here are some more videos that you might like to watch if you haven't seen them already.